Reflections on the teachings of Shams of Tabriz. In the Maqalat, the Conversations of Shamsi Tabriz, Shams says, people say that there is no path, or they say that the path is very long. Yes, the way is long, but once one sets out to walk, with great exuberance and joy, the distance of the way disappears. Just as it was said, paradise is surrounded by things we dislike. Being a person of paradise, all around the garden of paradise are thorns. But when the fragrance of paradise reaches our nose, bringing news of the beloved to the lover, then that place of thorns becomes very pleasant. The thorns that surround hell always seem to be roses and basil, but the unpleasant odor of fire comes to us from them. If I were to try to explain about the beauty of this path, it wouldn't be appropriate. The path to the truth is a labor of the heart, not of the head. Make your heart your primary guide, not your mind. Meet, challenge, and ultimately prevail over your nafs with your heart. Knowing your ego will lead you to the knowledge of God. In this world, the opposites play out their dance of light and dark, of difficulty and ease. And in the midst of it, we have the work of being rightful caretakers, caliphs of the divine. Here, acting as servants to establish the mizan, the balance and good measure in this world. The human being has a unique place among God's creation. I breathed into him of my spirit, God says. Each and every one of us, without exception, is designed to be God's delegate on earth. Ask yourself, just how often do you behave like a delegate, if you ever do so? Remember, it falls upon each of us to discover the divine spirit inside and live by it. Shams encourages us to open the heart to its true capacity, the loving mind. The heart is greater, more expansive, more pleasant and more illumined than the heavens. Why would one narrow it with useless words? How could it be appropriate to constrict a very pleasant universe into a prison for oneself? What is the purpose of turning a universe like a fruitful garden into a tight prison, wasting time with delusions and ugly imaginings, and throwing oneself into a dark universe, and sleeping in ignorance all the time, wrapped up in a cocoon like a silkworm? We are of the people who turn the prison into a fruitful garden. If our prison turns into a fruitful garden, imagine what our fruitful garden might become. Just watch and see. None of the gracious words of the Prophet have surprised me. Only one hadith has bewildered me. The world is the prison of the believer. I don't see the world as a prison at all. Where is the prison, I'm asking? But that blessed one said, the prison of the believers. He didn't say, the prison of the servants. The servants are a different community. One doesn't have to fit one's own meaning into that narrow thought. Whatever comes from the friend, quickly say, it's just like that, and keep going. You can study God through everything and everyone in the universe, because God is not confined in a mosque, synagogue or church. But if you are still in need of knowing where exactly his abode is, there is only one place to look for him, in the heart of a true lover. As Shams says, strive to do the good. They tell a story about Ali, may God be pleased with him. He had said, we were in the Baqi cemetery and offering the funeral salat. The Prophet came to us and said, there is no man or woman for whom God has not written, whether he or she will go to paradise or to hell. One of those who were there asked, I wonder, can we change this destiny? He said, endeavor, do good deeds. Each human being facilitates the work for which he or she is created. People created for paradise make easier the deeds of the people of paradise, and those who were created for hell make easier the work of the people of hell. After this, the Prophet recited the following verses from Surah Layl. And so, as for one who gives to others, and is conscious of God, and believes in the truth of the ultimate good, for him shall we make easy the path towards ultimate ease. To clarify, Shams says, people of paradise and people of hell. Hell is in the here and now. So is heaven. Quit worrying about hell or dreaming about heaven, as they are both present inside this very moment. Every time we fall in love, we ascend to heaven. Every time we hate, envy, or fight someone, we tumble straight into the fires of hell. Let me tell you about the qualities of the people of paradise. Let me also tell you the sign of the people of hell. Since the day God created this universe, like an arrow shot from a bow, every day, every moment, He has been opening and closing doors. This takes place at such a limitless speed that one's mind stops. Whomever you see, who has a beautiful temperament and a beautiful face, if her words are straightforward, if she is open-hearted, and if he prays for good things for everyone, a joy of heart comes from the speech of such a person. She makes you forget the anxieties and tightness of this universe. Your inside opens in such a way that even if she swears at you, you laugh. Maybe when he speaks of unity, you weep. But in that moment, you feel 100,000 joys and laughter within yourself. Such a person is a being of paradise. There is also a kind of person, coldness on his face and in his words, that only bring you anxiety. His words repel you, rather than being warming, like the speech of the joyful human being. Well, such a person is a devil, a person of hell. Now, whoever has realized such a secret behaves accordingly. In this endeavor, Shams encourages us to bring our helplessness, our incapacity, our need to our sustainer, for need is the foremost wing feather of the way. The palace of the Ancient One. The past is an interpretation. The future is on illusion. The world does not move through time as if it were a straight line, proceeding from the past to the future. Instead, time moves through and within us, in endless spirals. Eternity does not mean infinite time, but simply timelessness. If you want to experience eternal illumination, put the past and the future out of your mind and remain within the present moment. If you pass beyond the body and reach the soul, then you will have reached createdness. The truth is the ancient, eternal being. Where can the one who is created find the one who is eternal? What connects the earthly creature and the Lord of Lords? In your opinion, that by means of which you move and attain liberation is the soul, then what use is it to put the soul in your hand, ready to give it away? Even if your lovers bring you their own heads, the gift of their life, they will have only brought cumin seeds to Kerman. What is it worth to bring cumin to Kerman? What renown will it bring? What price will it fetch? There is a palace where he is without need, so take your need there. Because the one without need loves need, and you, due to that need, may suddenly leap out of these created affairs. Something from the Eternal One is connected to you. It is love. The ambush of love comes and embraces you, just as it says in the Quran, they love God is the effect of God loves them. Then you will see the Ancient Eternal One, through the Ancient Eternal One, because he perceives all vision. This is the entirety of the words that do not end, and will not end until the day of resurrection.